Everyone loves a bit of David and Goliath, unless you're on the wrong end of it. And with a place in the last 16 of the Carabao Cup as the prize, Chelsea come to Lincoln City. And given the mayhem of Old Trafford, perhaps it's no bad thing at all for the Blues to have this potentially, relatively low-key opportunity for a bit of a reset. These Blues at least hope that it's low-key. The Imps are in some seriously good form. They've thrown up a few of them this season. The latest in a long line of Lincoln wins came here against Luton at the weekend. Ben House scored the opener and the clincher, having also scored the last-minute winner that earned them this tie. He starts, but top scorer James Collins doesn't. 5 changes from the weekend 11, which is curious or disappointing or understandable, depending on your point of view. A rare chance for proper rotation for Enzo Maresca here. Only Gusto, Chalobah and Fernandes keep their starting places from Old Trafford, so that's 8 changes. There's a first start for Garnacho, a second for Yoel Hato, Andre Santos and Facundo Buonanotte, and a third for Jamie Gittins, while Tyreek George starts in attack. There is both youth and experience on the Chelsea bench. Kazema has another go from slightly closer in, trying to make panic, and he did. Awkward bouncing ball, they're at it straight away. And that's a clever touch, and a chance! Goodness me, it couldn't have been closer. Lewis Monsma, the Dutch defender, hits the post.
You know, the first few minutes, United really went at Chelsea, and it feels that's the way to try and get at Chelsea really early on. I mean, an absolute up and under from kickoff, and what an opportunity that was. Look at this here. No way should he be free. Jurgensen beaten. It's a wonderful strike. Lovely little flick.
Back with Tunde Derriqua. Launched in again. Able to take a touch. Wakey, wakey, Chelsea, or this could get very messy indeed.
Look, I talk about attitude, and I don't think the attitude's quite there, but you know, you rightly mentioned it's a team, and looks like a team that's been thrown together.
Always a slip, and that's a penalty, isn't it? Freddie Draper down. And Malo Gusto may well be a lucky boy here. Let's just have another look here.
Yeah, as he gets the ball, he just completely slips over, and then he falls over him. I think that'd be a harsh pen. Well, I mean, go on, Ben. We'll have a little bit of debate about it.
I'm with you. He doesn't know where he is. Gittins has won it back. Buonanotte shifts it. Nicely moved. Enzo Fernandes. Looking for Gittins. Nice football, Chelsea. Slick and quick. Not hanging about. Not too many touches. Just not quite the finish from Jamie Gittins, but that was better.
Much better. Much better. Getting on the ball. Talked about Enzo Fernandes needs to really step it up tonight and show his seniority, because there's not too much around him. Got a little bit of time in the ball. It's a wonderful ball, isn't it?
The header's on target. No, it's not. Oh, it looked it. Thought Jorgensen was stranded. Bradley up from the back. But they have had their chances in this opening half hour.
Well, he's a big brute of a defender. Very good in both boxes.
Great leveller. That is the set piece. That is right up there, and Hamer gets his head on it. Jorgensen comes to punch and didn't get there. And Chelsea are very lucky, I think, that one Lincoln player got in another's way. Otherwise, that is 1-0.
My goodness me, they can't believe it, can they? How did we not concede there?
Well, this is the first problem.
Yeah, look, it's come up, and you can see he's trying to claim, and it's almost too simple. He could have caught it, but he's missed it in the end completely.
Advantage played. Tyreek George. Gittins outside him. Can Chelsea grab something before the half-time whistle? Enzo Fernandes crowded out. He's still there though. And he's still there. Gittins has done brilliantly. Deriqua can't touch him now. Good positive forward play.
He does really well there, Jamie. He gets past Deriqua, and that's not an easy thing to do, and then he cuts across him. So it's a good line, very good line.
Here they come again! And they have the lead that their domination has deserved. Rob Street wasn't offside this time. Lincoln 1, Chelsea 0. The shock is on at Sincil Bank. And it's another cheap goal. And Chelsea's back line are looking at one another again.
Well, there's only just over 10,000 people here, and that's all it holds with the capacity that it's got, Sincil Bank. But boy, every single one of the Lincoln fans absolutely joyous.
Here's Gittins, who did have the odd flash, I thought, in that first half. George, oh, what a hit! That is as good as they come. A stunning strike from Tyreek George. He may never hit a better one than that as long as he plays the game. A rocket and an instant second half response from the Blues. What a goal that was. Lincoln 1, Chelsea 1. Wow. And that's a beautiful pass zipped into Buonanotte. Here is George. Back to Buonanotte. Trying to dribble it in, and he has. There's your turnaround. It's taken 4 minutes after the interval. George has scored one. Now he's made one, and it's a first in Chelsea colours for Facundo Buonanotte. Upset, what upset. That goal's brilliant in its own way.
Well, I don't know what Enzo Maresca said at half-time, but can he bottle that and just save it and use it for any poor first half from now until the end of the season? Great play from Buonanotte. And the way that Tyreek George has just held the ball up and laid it back to him as well.
Street. Nodded on. And Draper. That could have gone anywhere.
Well, look, we know they're big, they're strong, they get the balls in the box. We've got to defend very, very well. And the last thing after coming back from 1-0 down to 2-1 up is giving them the opportunity to equalise and change again the psychology of it.
Here goes Neto again, lovely weight of pass. First proper save of the night, that, from Zach Geacock, and it's a big one. It keeps his team in this cup tie.
Yes, it does. What an opportunity. Really good play.
Buonanotte nearly had another.
That's what we're expecting us to do, really, all night. We haven't.
Deriqua's done well. Here's Rico Hackett. Lincoln had a strong start. They're looking for a big finish, and Jorgensen has come again, not got there again, and he's got away with it again.
Oh my goodness me.
There has to be some learning from this, Scott, otherwise it's not a useful process.
Well, yes.
You can't keep coming and not getting there.
No.
Either learn how to get there or stop coming.
Yeah, but possibly he has to come and he has to win it.
The Giant was stumbling all right. Chelsea through. The less said about that first half, the better. 45 minutes late. His Premier League quality did show. Before many had sat down, the Lincoln lead had become a Chelsea lead. A rocket from Tyreek George, who then made one for Buonanotte. Quite a cup tie. And at the end of it, the Blues are into the last 16, following a serious scare at Sincil Bank. Lincoln 1, Chelsea 2. Phew.